have, and I was told this, which is something I have to drop, but apparently when I have people on the show who I know in person or I've known for a long time, I'm excited on a different level. And I am the same tonight as I interview a very good friend of mine, Timothy Ndegwa. You know him as Njugush, comedian, content creator, who took a chance on himself after being told time and time again, he is going to be irrelevant, he's not going to amount to anything, and it's just not going to work out once he quits mainstream media. But he went on to be one of the biggest names, household names in the Kenyan entertainment industry. Hey Njugush, I call you Njugush or Timo. Which one do you respond to more?
Ile yenye inaka gani?
Unajua, you know, now that you have muscles, I don't know.
Unajua
Lazima
watu wa ushago na watu niko na deni yao naitaka Kimani.
Oh, okay.
Ukisikia Kimani ni mtu niko na deni yake. So ukisikia team ni mtu ananikam cute. Unasikia warembo ananiita team. Ukisikia Njugush ni mtu hakudhamini, anakuchukulia. Wewe hebu kuja utupige picha. Njugush kuja. Huyu asinura Njugush. Wewe ate baba ni Njugush. Wewe kuja upigwe picha na mtoto wangu.
Wait, so they force you to come?
Yeah. Hii ni Kenya bwana. Hii ni Kenya. Amina. Si unakuanga kwa ile kipindi ya trend?
Yeah, kuja.
Kuja tupige picha.
Kuja.
Na sasa uko na mtu wako mmekuja date.
I was actually going to ask you if that's changed. You know, one of the first times we had you on the trend.
Kenya ni wale.
You said you have people who tell you chekesha demu yangu acha nipigie bibi.
Hello? Hebu ongea na demu yangu, haamini ni wewe. Mwambie tulikuwa na wewe wapi?
Wait, so they just call you out of nowhere for nothing?
Hebu nipigia. Anampigia, ana ile ya kurudisha reverse call. Hebu nipigie. Anampigia, hebu ongea na huyu, haamini tulikuwa na wewe. First of all, wewe ni nani? Kumbe ni mtu tulipatana Moi Avenue. Akaniambia niko na idea. Na mimi nampatia namba. Sasa ndio, hebu mpigia, haamini tulikuwa na wewe. Makazi za Osoro.
Makazi za Osoro. Umejua Osoro anakaa kuna hiyo tabia. Welcome to the show, first of all, Njugush. But unajua, there's a story I read this week. It was so crazy. It was about this, you know, this big time rapper. He was doing really well, and then he went to an event, and one of the backup dancers of the artist mwenye alienda kuperform before he went on stage, you know, asked for a picture. So, you know, you take the selfie, you take the picture. And then, you know, that person ended up, you know, spreading rumors. It was a transgender dancer who ended up saying that me and this rapper, we had a thing. Right? But you just took a selfie or a picture innocently. Hamjuani. The lady, of course, now ended up apologizing much later. Unajua hizi stories za uongo ndo ziubamba. Inafungana sijui spice gani.
Sasa kuna jamaa alienda akadanganya mabeshte zake tulikuwa tunafanya job na yeye. Ati Njugush watu tunakisha na yeye. Hata anajua mali anaishi sijui Thika. Mimi Thika akisijaishi. Sasa coincidentally, na ni picha moja tulipiga inashindaga profile picture. So coincidentally juzi last weekend tukapatana in an event. Sama beshte wake wananiambia ndio beshte yako. Ai mimi naangalia msee simjui. Ai wewe na yeye juu ameona ameshikwa. Ameinama anaambia wewe sikuje ugote Njugush. Si mnafanya naye job. Si
mnajua, wewe ni beshte yako.
Mimi namwangalia mimi nikasema live, haki mimi simjui. Juu najaribu kumkumbuka simjui. Ai si mnafanyanga naye kazi. The whole event huyu mzee alikuwa na long day akiambiwa rafiki yako. But now we are good friends.
Well, is that when you realized that you're now, you know, a celebrity? You never wanted to welcome the name. You never wanted to embrace that you are now this person who's considered different from the common mwananchi, as they say. Was that when you knew? Ama ni venye ulianza kuambiwa juu ya mademu wenye haujui wenye uliwa date?
Apana, one, I don't know. It just happens pole pole. And at first, I think when it's happening, you kind of get high, you know.
Oh yeah, it's
you're
exciting.
Like, I mean, guy, ni mimi anaita. At first they don't really know who you are, but they know you from somewhere. Wewe tulisoma na wewe.
That's true.
Wewe sijai kuona mahali tulikuwa anakuaga kwa ile kipindi ya Yesu. Na sasa hiyo si wewe. But anajua mahali amekucheki. So it start pole pole, alafu you're like, what if they knew me? So pole pole until you're like, guy huku ni wapi niliingia? Because now it's too much, but we give thanks.
Have you ever been told about women you dated that you have never met a day in your life?
Hapana, not dating, but kuna dem pia alikuja na hizo. Kumbe anaambiaga chali yake tulikuwa shule moja. Mimi simjui. Sasa chali yake, we were at in an event, ilikuwa ya youth. Manze ule chali, he wanted to do something special for the lady. Akaongea na security, akakubalishwa akuje backstage. Udem anamwambia wacha unamsumbua, wacha. Manze alileta udem mpaka backstage. Dem simjui. So Chalia anamuleta anangojea sasa surprise.
Yes. Aone reaction.
Mlikuwa mnasoma naye. I'm like wapi?
Oh no. But
ni akijua sasa sijui.
But waliendelea pamoja.
Juu unaweza sema mlikuwa mnasoma naye ikiwa kuna kitu inaendelea ushikanishwe.
So ulikasema tu ukweli.
Mimi nimesema si lakini sasa tunajuana.
So this is something that's happened many times.
A lot of times. But you ni bamba because it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It means there's something you're doing. Now I say nakuona it could be worse if no one really cares about you.
I hear what you're saying. So they want to be associated with you. They want to say they knew you. They have a personal relationship.
Exactly. So at times mujifanye nakumbuka.
Kuna wenye unacheza hivyo ukishikanisha mapema.
Mapema but kasi shikanishi alafu inalingana tuko wapi. Because kuna kitu unaweza jiingiza ukuja usiu mlikuwa mnasoma naye. Mnashikwa. So there's this syndicate. Syndicate tena. Si umesema mlikuwa mnasoma naye.
I see it though. But you know, here you are, and now you're a big star or a household name. And this is, you know, you think that you'll get to this point and then you do, and you're confused. You're like, okay, so imefika, so here we are now. But you're one of those entertainers who doesn't shy away from controversy. You know, people know you more for comedy and they know you more for entertainment, but you're very clear when it comes to your stance on politics. And it was dismissed when ulianza kwanza, when ulianza sasa kusema opinion yako. You do it in satire, but you still do it nonetheless. And people still they were like, wewe fanya comedy, wewe fanya hivi na hivi na hivi.
So I think Kenyans are the same guys when sasa huyu tulikuwa tuna yeye, they are very funny guys because if you don't talk about it, Amina, and you are at a point of influence, they'll be like, hawaongeangi, wanaogopa sijui kuchoma soko.
So damned if you do, damned
exactly,
if you don't.
hawaongei. Sasa ukiongea, awache siasa, afanye sasa what do I do? But I think for me is we really need to talk, and if you know, because back then I always wanted, mimi ningeulizwa ningetaka kukua hata tukiwa class wewe unajua, I wanted to be where you are, you know. I wanted to be a journalist, I want to be in you know, shaping opinions. But sasa nikajipata nikiuza mali. So once I'm here, so that person is still there, and you still see a wrong thing. Unajua hata ng'ombe kama nyasi imekauka haiwezi kula vumbi, inaona hakuna nyasi. So it's the same thing. Ng'ombe ni ng'ombe. So I'm still ng'ombe and I'm seeing things as iko right. So I don't think I'd shy away from talking about it. But sasa watu wako na hapana, hafai kuongea hiyo. Na wenye wanasema hivyo ati Njugush siaongee, aongee. Ikifika kupiga kura hawapigi. Sasa zile tumeremewa hawaongeangi. Ndio msilemewe simpige kura. So I think for me it's something I love. Again, before I even joined mass communication, my dad used to tell me akienda nje ananiambia news zikikuja watch news uniambie ni nini inakuja. So ningekuwa hapo Moi alienda Kabarak, Dingi Mwananzeki akafanya. So I tell him everything that happened in news. So that's how I came to love current affairs and hizo masiasa za hapo mbeleni and up to till today. So ni kitu iko. Yes, so ngombe ni ngombe.
So these are things you want to talk about, these are things you want to share. It's the knowledge that you do, but in comedy.
Exactly.
Something you recently touched on, ulikuwa unazungumzia queuing. Ukafurahia. Tunapanga raini tunapaga. Tunapaga kila mari.
Hakuna mahali. Hata kwa stage ya matatu. Kenyans, sorry. I don't know what it is, but I think we are a country of tupige line kabla tujipange. Kabla matatu zikuja tupige line juu zimekoma kwa traffic. It's always kupiga foleni. And I think it's what we are living. Sijigesi yangi vitu. Two, it's things we learned in school. Satire. Kwani tulikuwa tunafanya nini tukisoma hizo manini warenesi na hizo kifo kisimani? It's things we learned in school. You know, how to express yourself using satire. And I think language is a very beautiful thing. You see the way people... I was watching a past clip of former president Mwai Kibaki, rest in peace. The way he talk about ni hayo tu anajirudia, but for him that language kuna kitu alikuwa anasema nayo and it keep people entertained up until amalize hiyo point. So I think for me it's taking advantage of what language has to offer to be able to communicate. We are communicators. So see the same thing, something juicier.
Yeah. Because you have to communicate. It being an election year, it's very important.
Not necessarily an election year, it's very important.
But just in general.
In general.
We just have to communicate this all the time to our audiences, because they're young people who look up to us. And with great power comes great responsibility. So nataka kuambia. Even though you'll still be condemned for doing it, but you'd rather do
and that. It's nothing really bad. Juu, ukiingia kwa cab, mtaanza tu hizo story. Na unaona vile kumeharibika hii. Hey, mnaanza.
UDA, Azimio.
Mnaanza hivyo. So I think for me it's something that people would rather you not talk about, but at home they're talking about it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They'd rather you not show maybe doing something. Amina anaringa.
Yeah.
But maybe they're doing that.
I think it's because of corporate, you know, Njugush, you know more than anyone else, because, you know, corporate Kenya will step away or sort of like give you some time to get away from the heat because they don't want to be attached to your name if it's controversial or if you're addressing controversial things. Eric Omondi recently said something. Oh, you wanted to touch? Okay, respond.
No.
Eric Omondi recently said that entertainers should stick to entertainment, right? You've been very vocal. Has politics maybe so far been something you've ever considered getting into, venturing into? You know,
well, kila mtu ananiambia si usimame na sasa tumesimama nao. But
kwa line.
Yeah. So I'd say this. When the grass tells the cow the milk is not white enough, does that mean the grass should become the cow?
No.
Exactly. So when you talk about things that are happening, it doesn't mean I want to be there.
No, and I think maybe people think you're vocal and you're confident.
In this country, if you want to be in a political seat, still be scandalous. You'll never go anywhere if you're a nice person. Uliza Kivutha Kibwana. That's why lazima ujifiche kwa watu nyuma. You are nice, but you'll not go anywhere. Because as Kenyans, tunapenda mtu wako na tainted. Wewe umeiba. Wewe kuja huyu ameiba tumpatie kura.
It's like toxic people with red flags. You find them more attractive.
Exactly.
They look like pink
bad
flags.
Boys. I don't know what's wrong with you ladies and bad boys. We are good guys.
What you gonna
Unaacha
do?
kijana wa kanisa unaendea DJE.
DJE atuchanganyishe, akuchapishe character development useme, oh my gosh. Have you seen how much he loves me? I'm sorry. I can see you have a cough. But yeah, so you said no to politics.
Choked.
Wow. Wow. I don't know. Is that
by the bad boys and the bad girls?
Is that a good thing?
So what I was saying about artists not really being in politics. I think it's a very thin line because uko na akili. I think that's what you should be able to ask because people are going there because you have numbers. Hii Kenya ukikuwa na nini si usimame. Njugush umesalimiwa na watu watano simama kiti. There is that. But hatuna akili. Hebu nikuulize tukimaliza. Hebu nikuulize. Why would a governor, sorry to say, not mentioning names, a governor akona degree na yumba na hiyo degree alipata juu alikuwa anataka kusimama kiti. Ni ile degree nataka kusimama next 4 years so niende nisome degree. Akona hiyo degree na ako in charge of healthcare ambapo anaandika madaktari wamesoma miaka mingi kumliko. Uoni sisi ni wajinga? It's like sasa knock up. Hapa siongei vibaya. Ni kama sasa tunachukua kondoo, sorry to say, na unachukua kaumbwa kakuku, tunazipeleka tuseme parliament. Zituongelele mambo yetu. Sisi tuko nyumbani, watoto tunasomesha degree, tunasomesha za nini? If at all we cannot elect on merit. If at all we cannot say huyu mtu amesoma, huyu mtu anaweza fanya hivi na amekuwa akifanya hivi, tunataka wale watu mtu amekuwa akiiba huyu anajua kutukanana. Amina kama hujui kutukanana huwezi kuwa kitu hapa.
If I can't get personal, if I can't eat
lazima uangane below the belt.
Then I don't know how to be a politician.
Na uangalie yule yako juu utukane.
Ni yeye mama yake na
ukichukua mic, tunashangilia. I don't know what's wrong with Kenyans.
So I mean, so this is why we need to talk about it then. You know, we need to start telling them there's nothing like mtu wetu.
Exactly.
Mtu wetu ni wetu kwa nini? Anatupigania haki. Kama wanawake tunasaidika aje? Shule ziko aje? Exactly. What state is our infrastructure in? When we're talking about hospitals and healthcare, what are we discussing? So that's what you want to bring more focus and light to. Please make sure that you follow Njugush because he talks about this a lot with such passion because our lives and our children's lives depends on who we vote for. And it can't be the person who is the most entertaining, the person who tells the best jokes, the person who has the best stories, the person who has the best insults. Unaona yani huyo mtu anadiswa si mchongwano.
Na watu watazusha apewe mic. Sijui tunakuanga aje.
I like that you've talked about that, and you're right. You don't have to vie for you to be able to talk about it. So now, real quick, because this was not the main agenda, I promise you it was not to talk about politics. But let's talk about you venturing into first becoming a CEO, your own boss, and now driving and changing how the entertainment, the comedy industry is going to be, you know, just viewed as. You've done events now, so this is your third season.
This is my third season of...
that is wild. Timo.
I
That's
know,
big.
manzi, especially from where I come from. Now, before we came on this other side, I remember when we started, and that's what we started with. Wasa waliniambia, ai, wasanii wenzangu, unafanya comedy Facebook, wakacheka, ha 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 ha. So I didn't have an option. When I left TV, I needed to do something to be relevant.
And they were telling you that you've left TV, your life is doomed.
Like, guy anachoma soko, what?
That's it.
Anachekesha watu Facebook. Ha ha ha. It was so funny then. So I tried manze kuambia tufanyeni clip pamoja. Juu nyinyi mko kwa TV, at least ni kuwe relevant. They were like, no. And Amina, I'll say today, thank you so much. There's a clip we did with you. Right now, I think it's 1.1 million views on YouTube. It meant a lot to me. That clip, that was, I think, around 5 years ago. I was trying to be relevant using the platforms I had. I had online. I had YouTube, I had Instagram, all those. But I felt I needed to be relevant. Na nikakuuliza, tunaweza fanya clip? At that time, Amina, you are flying high. Sasa you fly higher. That time you are flying high. So I was like, Amina atakubali. Wase wamekataa kufanya clip na mimi za comedy. And ukakubali. Ile ya nikikupigia binge and then you came back. Ili trend mpaka South Africa.
People still diss me about that clip. They said that some people took it seriously, so they thought ulikuwa unanikatia na mimi nikaingia box haraka ati nijiheshimu.
Actually, the thing is,
the one outside some gate.
Catcalling, yeah. My question was, what if ukicatcall alafu akuja utamwambia? Because sometimes I feel it's unfair. I feel it's harassment to the ladies, let's say for example, when you keep catcalling.
Yeah.
So that aside, so when you ulikubali kufanya it meant a lot to me because that's what I was looking for. And after that to gain followers and I started doing clips for clients, for corporate. Wakaniambia unacheki kwa hizo video zako, unaweza ka product yako yetu tukulipe. Now when it start making sense 2-3 years later, the same comedians, the same artist wananipigia Njugush, unafanyaga aje hizi nini zako za Facebook? Same guys wenye walikuwa wananiongelea vibaya. So I think it's been a journey. So from that, we needed to do something different, something I've always wanted to do, stand-up comedy. And that's what we did with TT&T 1, Through Thick and Thin 1, Through Thick and Thin 2, and Through Thick and Thin 3 this season now, that we just recorded. Yeah, so it's been a journey. I think, and it's so refreshing to be able, one, to break barriers, two, to create room for others. There's something we did with the same last year because we realized we may not have physical shows. So we created a website where we sold to people directly. It is working and I can see other people are doing the same, which is really good. Because until we do that, pale kwa bunge hakuna kitu itatoka jameni.
Yeah. That is, and you now have done 3 of them. How long are they? The edited one is usually 1 hour, but we do 2 to 3 hours. Wow.
So zote zime maintain 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes.
So your wife, Celestine, is she into comedy? Was she always into comedy? Because now she does the stand-up with you, sort of.
No, she was not into comedy. The reason Celestine aliingia, it's because watu wamekataa. There's no artist who is willing to do clips with me.
So she's
like, you don't have to wait for these guys. Wacha nichukue nini, nianze kukuuliza maswali, react. Mzee unafanya nini, react. That's how it started.
Oh, wow.
So that's how we've grown up at the point where she was wakamkubali. They're like, tunataka kuona udem. So akakam mbele ya camera, and that's how it started. Again, Mokolino hakuangi akijua kuimba akizaliwa. They are trained. Na watu wana So I think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Congratulations. I see you're expecting a second baby.
Oh.
Why are you looking behind? I said you're expecting a baby.
Thank you.
Second born.
Thank you. Tunajaribu.
Naona. Amujaribu munaifanya.
Tunajaribu.
I mean, no, not like that. You're doing, I just feel like it's going on. Osoro, congratulate my guest. He is Azadi times 3 now, right?
Hey.
Because Sele is.
Oh, hey, ungenishtua nishindwe Amina.
I know. You're like, ni nani
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming through, though. Njugush, Osoro, before I release him, anything you want to say?
A lot of feedback, Amina. Biamaona alafu usimuite Zazi na usimuite Zazi at all. Ni mbaba muheshimu, Amina. My kofia is misbehaving, eh?
Okay, as you fix your kofia, let's just watch the trailer because you're going to be releasing the full clip when tomorrow.
On the first
on the first.
Hii sikukuu inachanganya
sana kwa sababu ni ile time ya Christmas between 24th
December na January na Monday. Yeah. So it's coming out on Monday.
Which is Sunday is the first.
It's actually coming out on Monday.
So second.
On first.
Okay, so that's Sunday.
Which is Labor Day.
Okay.
And the show is called Labor of Love.
But I love
labor
it.
Without work, it's labor for expectancy.
I like it.
You see what I did there?
I see it. I see it. Okay. I see it. Okay, let's watch the clip. Do we have it? We can watch. Okay, here it is. Do you want to introduce your trailer?
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at is that edition of TTNT3. Tuchungulia alafu baadaye nitakuja nikikwambia utaipata wapi. Through Thick and Thin season 3. Ting ting.
Look at the furniture guy. Unaweza nitia mtu wa makeup? Mi amor. Celestine ni mjamzito.
Haya. It was so short. It was so short.
Sasa tukiweka show yote hapo kweli watu wataona kitu kwa website.
No, I like those trailers of those movies where they tell you everything you need to know on the trailer. So you know what to expect.
Sasa they know what to expect. Watu wa Kenya
and Sele is also expecting. There's a lot of expectations.
A lot
of expectations.
It was sold out.
Yeah.
For the second time.
Yeah.
Okay, ya katikati ya last year tungesell out due to COVID.
Yeah.
Actually we sold out 16 people. But the first one we sold out 2,800. This
one,
crazy.
How many did you sell out?
800 and something.
That's wild. You should do maybe more days because maybe more people want to watch you.
No. Actually, in space inatukosea because you see again, if we had ample spaces for every artist, not only comedy.
Yeah.
What that means is, like for example, in Kenyan, what do we call them? Theaters. They are very cheap, 40 to 50,000 for an artist a day. Na iko na viti na lighting. What if you had over 10,000 capacity?
Damn.
Ulipisha kila mtu dhao moja. Hiyo ni dofiti.
That's very good.
Na wasanii watainuka. Sisi hatutaki handout. Hatutaki kuitwa kwa campaign kuperform. Sisi we are very able.
Yeah. Real quick, what are your thoughts on clout chasing? Because you know, you could have done a lot of clout back in the day. We could have said we were dating.
I know.
Can you imagine? You could have come up, you could have, been fighting with your landlord. You could have come up with something to create more drama.
I think cloud chasing is like when you used to fake you're sick so that you go home for no apparent reason. So I think for me, maybe if it works for you, it's only that half a cloud needs full cloud next time. So it's like a lie. Every time you must look for a clouter. You must look for a clouter to keep clouting.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. So you just concentrate on what you're doing. You're good at it.
Because you have to keep upping and, you have to take it to the next.
MJ angekuwa na chase cloud. Sijui. If you're good, you're good. Akina Mike Tyson, if you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
Hizi zingine ni... Yeah, but ni sawa. Again, it's a free world.
It is a free world. Do you boo-boo?
Maybe ni sisi hatujui kufanya kazi.
If it works for you, that's true. Osoro, so I think, you can stop with you and Jackie VK. I'm kidding, I'm joking. But we have to, listen, there's a game I want us to play. There's a game.
Sasa hapo na wewe
unapeleka.
Hapana. Hiyo, that one won't fly.
Hey, apologize.
I want to apologize to...
No, comedians tunakubaliwa kufanya anything.
My wife's
name.
Out your mouth. Okay, sorry. Yes.
Amina.
Yes, sorry.
Amina mbiamono kabisa. And of course there's something Njugush said. Mulifanya na clip na kaenda viral. Amina, we've been doing clips na wewe. What's not happening?
You don't look as handsome. You're not as attractive.
Mbiamono, Amina, pale kwenye Facebook, kwenye Twitter, a lot of love to Njugush. Kuna huyu hapa anasema, Atmos J saying, Njugush looks sharp today, giving ladies sleepless nights. Mbiamono kabisa. Na Malua saying, namkumbuka akinyolewa stima ikazima na emoji ya kicheko. Mam Joy Michelle Chebet anasema nakamenona kidogo. And then Hilda Njue says, my child can't go an hour without this man's comedy. Ye ucheka hadi analia. And then, of course, finishing from Facebook, tukona Edwin Omondi anasema Njugush should be used both as motivational speaker and his body used as motivational body too, if there is anything like that. And pale kwenye kwenye Twitter tuko na @William Njagu anasema, kwani after the trend unaenda date? Looking very beautiful bana. Salimia Njugush. Amina huyo ni wewe. And because at first I thought it's me, lakini ni sawa tu. And of course kwenye meme challenge kuna huyu the Dot of the Rift anasema wacha niongeze maji ya githeri kidogo, najaribu kuangalia zile za Njugush because ni mingi, but I'll come back to the meme challenge. Amina Mbiamono. Amina,
thank you very much, Osoro. Okay, so who's texting you right now? Let's read. What were we reading? Who's saying what?
Serena niambia niende na maziwa na hakuna imeisha.
Maziwa ijaisha. There's still time. By the way, there's still time. There are places that I can show you in Tao. Okay, so we're playing this game. This was actually Osoro's idea.
But ni maziwa ya kampuni moja.
Ni maziwa ya kampuni moja. Osoro, just come. Let me show you something.
look, come forward.
So I want us to play this water game. So so whoever is going to make sure that the water, or rather the last person who's going to pour until the water flips over, then that's the loser.
So I start.
Okay, start.
Na usikunywe.
Sababu ya masaa.
Yeah, okay, sawa.
Kwa nini mnaniruka jameni?
Sorry, nawenda mgeni. Samahani. Do you want to play a song for us?
Unanitingisha wewe.
Pole, mbona umeka yoyote?
Si ndio mwenye anaenda na wrong?
But umeka mob. Oh, Soro, you know what?
Wewe, twende.
Masaa chache.
Ai!
Sawa. Kwani unataka kuweka yote?
Kidogo. I feel no msieke mob. I feel like
Ndio hiyo.
Okay.
Yaani tunaweza jaza matatu.
Ooh, baby.
Twende kazi.
I feel like this is me. I feel like I'm not
Twende.
Okay.
Ai, mnaweka kidogo. Naweza kuzisha hivi niweke.
Guzisha ukitaka lakini let me see. Okay.
I need a syringe.
Ndio hiyo. Kanasonga.
Okay, wait. Osoro.
Kana zile ziko maji ndio hizi. Ai. Twende.
Amina. Nimesete napendaga zile zimesete jicho nyanya wale wambo. There we go. Okay, fine.
So I think she knocked the table.
Nimemwaga. Stop.
Mapema.
Because
I was going to say inje, but mapema is better.
Manze mnafahamu okoke bwana.
Are you speaking from experience?
No. Because Amina, I think I don't know. Can we redeem ourselves? Because you knocked the table.
I did. So I pour again. Nimwage kidogo. Ngoja kidogo.
Mila sabato imeanza.
Oh my God, I did.
I think
I didn't pour though.
So
I didn't pour.
This is what happens. This is a clear indication of what happens.
When what happens?
Kwa mifuko yao viongozi wetu wanawekanga tu haijai.
Wanaweka.
Oh,
haijai. Oh, I get now what he's trying to say. Because no matter how
pesa yetu tu ndio hiyo inaingia inajaa.
Okay, so I guess Osoro, there's no way you're going to win this. There's no way. Osoro, just concede. Hakuna vile, bro.
Yeah. You are people
Thank you so much. Make sure that you check us on social media as we tell you where you can watch the latest special that Timo has done. Oh my goodness, it's going to be up on his website.
On Njugush.ke.
On Njugush.ke.
Manze,
Njugush.ke.
Njugush.ke. That's the website. Ingia pale. Ulipe kile unataka.
Lipa kenye unataka. Msaidie. Make sure that you support him because if you don't pay entertainers in this country, well, they cannot support their craft. Thank you so much to Timo for coming through. You know him as Njugush. We're about to take a short break. When we get back, more coming up right here on The Trends. I feel like I know that I'm the... Who's won though?
No, it's Njugush nini. What he is expecting.
Ayo unaibia bana.
Na makeki. Oh, yes.